And we're back. Welcome back. Today we're working on a 1956 Pontiac, Canadian Pontiac panel wagon. What we're doing to this is we've got some, I don't know if you can see that there, some ugly, rusty outer. We've got all these weird screws. We're going to get rid of those. We're going to put in some new metal here, and we're going to figure out what to do with this, whether we cut this off and just replace just the outer portion here or try to replace the whole thing. That's what we're trying to figure out right now, what would be the best. Obviously, we're not pulling the body on this. We're trying to, keep the costs down. So that's where we're at. That's what we're working on. Let's get at it. All right, catch up on where we're at. I've built a plate. This is going to be your inner rocker structure plate, and it will go up there. I've cut the other piece too. This is the repair piece that I'm going to use, which will mount onto said plate. I get her tacked in, and I'll show you what we're looking at here. Okay, so a little more than tack. I'm gonna see if I can get anything in here to grind that a little bit better. But plug welded it both sides and welded it across here. And yeah, came out pretty good, I think. Looks way better. That's the new piece of metal too that's in there for the inner rocker. So nice and solid, lots of structure, looks good. We'll clean her up a little more and hit it with some paint. All right, we're back on Pontiac day 2. So far, it's just been more of the same, really. Same as yesterday, but working on side 2 over here. As you can see, it's coming along pretty good. Got the repair panel that I built, put in for the rocker, and then the body mount fixed and all done up. So that's where I'm at right now. That was number 2. So number 3 coming up, we're going to move to the back of the car, and these repairs are going to be bigger in that. Trying to get some crap out of the way here. As you can maybe not see, let me get a light down here. There is lots of rust and rot in here, so we're going to have to cut that out and get rid of that, build new patch panel for that, and then work on the back mount. So that is what's coming up next. I got your rusty metal cut out. Let's see here. Get you on the other side of the frame. Got the piece cut. Gonna blast some holes in it so I can plug weld it as well as weld it around the edges. And yeah, so where we're at right now. All right, we're back at her. We got side 3 taken care of. Looks pretty good. Moving over to side 4. As you can see, she is just as rotten as the other ones. So we are going to cut it all out and let's get going. Okay, got all the rot cut out and the part of the mount cut out. So that's done. Now I'm going to build the patch panel for the inner rocker. And that's up next. Repair panel built. And now, through the magic of video, weld it in. Bam! Welded. Okay, next I'm going to cut and fit the body mount. Okay, so for this second mount that I guess this is the third mount that geez, it's the 4th, holy, yeah, might be time to go in. Anyways, this one was too tall for whatever reason. There's too much meat in between here and here. So I've pie cut it on both sides, Going to tap it down so it stays true with this factory line that's in here, and just to shorten it up a bit so it fits proper. Okay, so there she is, pie cut, put back together, ready to install. Woo! Almost forgot, pump a few holes in this thing so I can plug weld it. Done. Okay, and just like that, the mount is on. So we'll hit this with a little bit of rust inhibitor and a little bit of undercoat and call the underside of this portion done. And we got some work on the top side and a little more other work to do on the underside. So we'll get that inhibitor on and go from there. So next on the list was this rear shock bar, which was more work than anticipated, as the bar actually interferes with the factory pockets that are right here. Originally, this car has the shocks go through the floor pan, and the upgrade is to put this bar in so that they're actually attached to the frame. Problem being is with the stock pockets in here, it hits the pockets and doesn't allow enough room for the shock to be bolted in. So the bar had to be lowered a little bit in, and the bracket, the mounting bracket, which originally held on kind of like it had a little lip that it sort of hooked over the top of the frame. So knock that lip off and then bring it down just far enough that we can get the bolts on, the nuts on the top of these stud style shocks to tighten them up. Because as it was before when we got it in here, the bar hit the pockets and then the shock went through and the stud hit the pocket as well, so you couldn't tighten it up. It was quite a mess, but we got her done. And yeah, moving on to the next part, which is a piece in the interior. One more thing before we go topside here. Just a quick show of what the patched up rocker, inner rocker, and the mount looks like. And there's the front ones. Yeah, they came out pretty good. Pretty pleased with those. And just a note for the body mounts. Yeah, we could have ground them and made them absolutely perfect, body worked them and all that, if this was a full show car, which it is not. This is a nice driver. So we've done it to the owner's specifications, which is nicely done for a driver. So the last piece of the puzzle here, there was these little L brackets here that were actually screwed to the floor and screwed to the side. So we got rid of those and just built in a little L bracket, welded her in there, and now it's nice and solid, way more so than before. So we'll put the interior back together. There's a few pieces that needed to be removed, unable to do the interior work, and call the owner and tell him it's time for pickup. And that completes this job. 1956 Pontiac panel wagon. Cool vehicle. Really like it. Nice unit. That's it for this episode, and we'll talk to you next time. Okay, we got all 3 cars. How to fit 3 cars in a 40-foot sea can. That's right, and the drift trake's underneath.